One very simple way to practice foot, knee, and hip stability is to shift your weight to one leg. Both knees can be bent, lift the other foot, and hold that position. Don't have to lift the foot that high, just lift it clear off the floor. And rather than just holding the pose, you can use this as an opportunity to exercise other parts of your body. So for example, you could practice bending the spine backwards and forwards while staying balanced. And backwards and forward. Another exercise you can practice. I've shifted foot, so you can do that for a number of breaths. Go back to center and then shift to the other side. Perhaps repeat the same exercise on the other leg. Another exercise you could practice is ribcage sliding. So slide your rib relative to your pelvis to the right, your right, center, and to the left. Notice how my hips move one way to stay so that I stay balanced while my rib cage moves that way. Back to center, slide the rib cage right, the hips have to move left. Center, slide the rib cage left, the hips have to move right. Back to center. You could also do the same thing, sliding the rib cage forward and back, so rib cage moves forward, center, move the rib cage back, center. And when you're doing it front to back, notice the weight on your foot. Try and keep your weight forward so that your toes continue to press down. You can also focus on keeping your hips stable. So let's just see on that. So going back to the ribcage slide, make the hips stable in this. Keep the hips stable, push the ribcage to the right, hips move to the left. And back to center, keep the hips stable, ribcage to the left, hips move to the right, and stable. Then do the same thing front to back, hips stable, knee and foot stable, ribcage front, keep weight on the toes, back to center, ribcage back, keep weight on the toes, and then relax. If you have shoulder problems or you wanted to work on your shoulders, or you plan to use the shoulders, you could do shoulder exercises while balancing on one foot. So shift, keep the hips stable. When you're stabilizing the hip, you may notice that there's excessive tension in parts of your leg. So you could try lifting the opposite hip or lowering it, so that inner leg tension and outer leg tension is equal, or so that there are no parts of the leg where it feels too tight or too engaged. And then from there, chest lifted, neck long, lift your shoulders and relax, lift, relax. You could also protract and retract, so I'm shifting legs now. Whoops. So foot strong, hip strong, adjusting the height of the lifted hip. Shoulders forwards, protraction, relax. Shoulders back, retraction, relax. You could also try pulling your shoulders back and up, or back and down, so you're activating slightly different muscles. Further shoulder exercises, again, balancing on one leg, hips strong, lift the arms up. Oh, another trick. So one of my more recent hip and foot stability is shift to one leg, shift weight forward, lift the heel. Keep your toes pressing down, lift the other foot. So notice my standing leg is bent. So you really have to focus, keeping your weight forward just enough that your toes and your forefoot have equal pressure. You're not lifting super high, it's just a little bit. Both feet are lifted. So this could be another option. So foot has to be strong in this pose. The hip as well, you can lift the shoulders, and then lift the shoulders up with the arms lifted. And then relax. Sorry, so I should have said arms lifted very first. So with the arms lifted, lift the shoulders, relax, lift the shoulders, relax, and then try the same thing on the other side.